it's Eddie from Weoley Tropicals. Just doing another quick video today. I'm just going to do a walk around for March. There's a lot of things that are now popping into life, and I just want to say welcome to everybody that's new to the channel. The last video that I posted went extremely well, and we've gained a lot of followers from that. So if this is your first video or second video, I appreciate you joining our journey. It's going to be a lot of plant tips and tricks, planting schemes and things like that. I also run a plant sales business, so if you're in the market buying any plants, I'll start that from April, so get us on Facebook as well. But without further ado, I'll get round to the plants. First time there's been enough sun in the garden to power the little solar water fountain there. Just did that just to try and put the mosquitoes off. As well as that, these little pots of daffodils. I know you might be thinking, not exactly tropical, but these are some quite nice varieties that I'll put on there, and I like these just as an indicator that our season's starting, because we're all impatient. We all want to know when we can start unwrapping the bananas and going for it. And then as well as that, these are tropical, Fritillaria, and I'll put some images on the screen of the ones that I sell. I've got, I think it's 3 varieties. I've got Rubra, Lutea and Orange Beauty, and they're absolutely sensational. So I thought I'd just put these on people's radars just in case you've not seen these before, because they're absolutely beautiful. I really like these. I've not had any problems with pests or anything trying to attack these either, so these ones are literally good to go. White ones, we've got the Crocosmia, which is always one of the first things to start signifying that the wait for a lot of us impatient gardeners is almost over. But don't get too excited yet. I know that yellow thing up there is back up in the sky. But earlier on it was torrential rain as well. So when you've got things like the banana over here that's still wrapped, common questions is, shall I unwrap it now that the sun's out? The answer's no. When you look at the forecast, there's still a lot of 3s, 2s, 1s, lows, and we're looking for the lowest temperature to be a steady, I would say, 6+. I know you can kind of get it down to 5 and all the rest of it, but we're trying to avoid damage. I would normally unwrap mine when I can see that the temperature is consistently like 8, 9, 10, and there's nothing lower than that overnight or anything like that. Did have a look down here. Yeah, something else that's popping down here is the Persicaria. This one is Red Dragon. The purple fantasy that we do have in the garden is the green one that's got like the chevrons on it, but I think that's going to absolutely fly this year. At the front, looking fantastic as always, as this black Mondo grass. I'll put that on the border, hoping that it will kind of spill over. And like I say, absolutely no damage from this bone hardy stuff. Fatsia is looking bad from slug damage, as you can see. There's no that's not winter damage, that's been eaten. Slugs absolutely went hell for leather towards the end of the season. Palm trees, another thing that we get asked all the time is the bottom ones are yellowing and things like that. As long as it's the bottom one, we're not too concerned. They pull the nutrients out of the bottom, so we can go up into the top. So if we look into the new growth, absolutely gorgeous. And to be fair, if I'd been outside for the last 6 months, freezing, snow on me, bending the fronds down, all the rest of it, I'd probably look a bit more ropey than these things do. Looking still pretty nice. I'll leave those on until they're almost probably 80% browned off. If I take you into an area you've not been yet, which is in the secondary greenhouse that we've got, excuse the noise of the door, we've got popping down here, we've got some hostas that are showing signs of life. All the new growth points are popping, not out of all of them, but the vast majority of these have got growth on them. Again, little pots of Crocosmia ready to go out, to showing signs of life. We've got little dinky Lupins, which I absolutely think look fantastic. They've been in here unprotected over winter. I did them from seed, so they're looking at going. We've got some nice ones here. Helleborus, that's Miss Jekyll's is that one. Got Aloe, Striatula, just one of them at the back. Allium, Christophil is that? I've not grown that one before. And then some of the bits and bobs kind of floating around. A couple of Trachycarpus Fortunei. See, it's the banana, which I cut back the other day. See that that's starting to push now. So I'm relatively happy about that one. The Cannas, just as I expected in that particular thing in there, I've got no signs of life whatsoever, and neither has the grass that I had in there, which was a nice little palm grass. It's beautiful, but I'm not going to water that until I see any signs of life. We've got the Cordyline, which has got like multiple heads on it now since we had that terrible winter a couple of years back, and it looks an absolute mess at the moment. It's like all over the shop. I preferred it when it was one trunk and one head. I don't know what to do with that at the moment. The Musa Basjoos are still rock solid. Give them a shake. I can feel that's firm all the way up there. We've lost none of that. So when I uncover these bananas, they're already 5-6 foot tall. So these are going to look fantastic as soon as the season starts. And that's the only reason we wrap them, you see. So I know they can take it without, but a lot of them you're going to lose. I've just seen a load of other YouTubers that didn't bother, and they've lost a foot, 2 foot, even down to the ground. And I don't want that. The Euphorbia, that's the John Phillips one. Looks glorious. I am fully aware that that is probably not in the best position. It was just the only space that I had it for last year. Phormium's looking a little bit crushed at the front. And again, the other Cordyline there not looking great. Blackgrass looking great. We've got the very small version of the Planthorn one, which is the Crocosmia Lucifer. That one's looking really good again. Out all winter, no problems. Fatsia Spider's Web. This one actually looks fantastic compared to last year. Last year it was almost completely brown. Thought I'd lost it, but it's come through winter really well. We've got the Planthorn stock still sat there, still with me. Like a lot of you, buy the plants and then we kind of go, where on earth is that going to go? Fatsia, I've trimmed that back a little bit because I might make a little bit of a canopy out of that because it was hanging over too big. Inside, let's go in. There is multiple stems. There's probably about 5 or 6 of them in there now. Acanthus Mollis. It's just gorgeous. I just love the leaves on this one. They do shrivel up when it gets cold and they look like they're gone. You come back out the next day and it's warmed up a couple of degrees and they're back. Phormium Tenax. Crazy size on that one. I tried a couple of ones here just to see. I've not moved this bucket since I put it there. As you can see in there, there's Cannas. In fact, can you see that there? Yeah, Cannas. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to give them a lot more protection, dig them up, all the rest of it. But I just thought I'd just try a little bit of lazy gardening because I've got a lot of Cannas. And I'll let you know if they come back or not. They ain't supposed to, but I've seen other people do weirder things and got away with it. That Phormium's looking nice. We've got out of the 2 palms, they were planted at exactly the same time. Let's get out the sun so you can see these ones. This palm here, would you believe, was planted at exactly the same time and exactly the same conditions as that one. That one, as you can see, is getting a bit more sun than that one, I would say. It's half the size. It's never really taken off. It has got new growth in the middle and it always comes out fine. It just does not look the same quality as the other one. So I might dig down and have a little look at the roots this year, or I might leave it. I know they can sulk for a few years and not look particularly brilliant, but I ain't got the time for that, so I'm going to maybe dig it up. It's leaning slightly anyway. So I'd use this opportunity just to do a bit of a shout out. If there is any palm experts out there that would give me any advice on this one, like I say, it is shooting from the middle, so everything looks okay, but would you dig this up? Would you put, I've got a load of lacquer pebbles that I could put in the bottom. I've got perlite, vermiculite. I could really dig this out. I could feed it. I know Oxhouse just said they can sulk for a couple of years, but what would you do? Because I need it to look the same as this one here. It's offsetting the whole border. The size comparison between the two is dramatic, but let me know in the comments, please. And then we've also got this rather nice looking Euphorbia. The only issue is it is shooting really nice from the base, so I'm going to cut all of that back because it's overhanging massively. So when I cut the lawn, I'm getting absolutely battered by this. As all Euphorbia, they're not good when they make contact with the skin, especially when they've been cut. So yeah, that's getting cut back. There's an awful lot of blank spaces and stuff. And I have got pots to fill out all of these areas. And this is the area where if anybody's in the market for a massive Acer tree, let me know. I'm going to make a new bed over here, and then I'll give that tree away. Like if somebody wants to just give me some compost or something, more than happy with that. I mean, that thing would cost an absolute fortune in a garden centre. I've seen some of the smaller ones go for a fair few £100, and that one's a really good size. I'm not sure how much they survive if you dig them up, but well, I'm prepared to run the risk. Got a nice little bamboos running over at the back, which just wants this backdrop to the pond. I am going to put an awful lot of effort this year into this pond and kind of this section over at the back. I might make an arid garden. Give me some ideas. I've got a couple of agaves. I've got Mediapicta and Agave Americana, variegated, or variegata, I think it's called. So they'll go over there, and I'm happy to dig in like loads of stones and just see what we can do. Again, leave you just some final shots in there. If anybody wants to take a bit of a tour in the greenhouse, I've got all the bananas in there. I've got echiums. I've got 2 vitapods. I'm happy to take people through. The tiki bar at the bottom, which if you watch the last video that I did properly, which was the tropical garden transformation, you'd have seen what that looks like. But yeah, if you want any other style video whatsoever, then let me know. But I just thought I'd show people the reality of the bare patches, just to kind of reinvigorate people. It's nice to see that other people have the same issues as you, and it's not just you that's got bare patches in the garden. It's a common thing. There's a lot of spaces in here that aren't actually spaces. There's plants there that I've forgotten about that are waking up. As you can see now, there's things that are moving in full swing. And final shout out, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's helping me grow this little mini plant community. As always, feel free to put any comments, hopefully nice ones, into the chat as well. Don't forget to like all the videos, and I'll put a link to a couple of my other videos on there, so it just helps me push my content out to YouTube. Thanks again.